Ooh, digging the new backdrop. Hey, we got Kyle O'Reilly. Welcome back, baby.
You've been gone nearly 2 years. What did those 2 years away from the ring look
Bring
like
back
for you?
Bobby Fish. Red Dragon.
I hate admitting this, but for a while there, I didn't think that I would ever wrestle again. But to be here now, to be cleared, to feel the love from the fans, to get a second chance to do the only thing that
I kind of wish like he was out in front of the crowd saying this.
I'm just grateful.
And that moment at Revolution, you back in the ring, Roderick Strong, the Undisputed Kingdom. What happened out there?
I've got nothing but love and respect for the Undisputed Kingdom. But you got to understand that I feel like I've fallen so far down the mountain, I don't know which path to take. And sometimes you get on that path and you're with your friends and it's amazing, but it's the easier path. So now that I've got a second chance, I've just got to do it on my own.
Kyle's so great.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Kyle O'Reilly's not going to join the Kingdom. Tony Schiavone's back!
In a week, you may have heard this already.
Hopefully it doesn't get interrupted this time.
Going up against Switchblade
Or disrespected.
Jay White. That is next week, right here on TBS. And with that in mind, let's bring in the man who had quite a night. He is one half still of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Here is Darby Allin.
Oh shit, we're going to hear from Darby Allin. Oh man. I will say I am excited for him versus Jay White next week. I just wish that there was some sort of build-up for it. Maybe they should have built something tonight for it, which they probably will, but I don't know. I just felt like it was a random announcement.
Yeah, it's definitely odd. I mean, it's definitely odd to see. Obviously, Darby has had success in script before.
I can't believe Darby is walking right now.
It's been a while, man. It's never been
Because that freaking stunt that he did through the glass, that was insane. The fact that this man's wrestling next week, too, that's wild.
Okay, Chandler and Darby, I would ask you what's next for you, but we know it's coming up next week against Switchblade Jay White at Big Business.
Oh, he's got the bat, too. I like that.
For you is, what's it going to be like for Darby Allin without Sting?
Big pop. A lot of people are against what he did with the glass.
This isn't going to be easy.
I don't see what's wrong with it. It's his choice.
Think about it. About 5 years ago, I was homeless about 40 minutes away from here in downtown Atlanta. And then Sunday, I was main eventing one of AEW's best pay-per-views of all time in Sting's retirement match. I said,
and what he did, it's all part of his character. He's a risk taker.
And I felt like I did just that.
I know it's stupid, but literally, it's his choice.
I'm lacerated.
It's why the fans love him.
Beat up, I'm tired. But what's next for Darby Allin? Well, next week at Big Business, I got a match against Jay White. And then on March 27th, I'm flying to go climb Mount Everest.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. He's doing that. That's wild.
Darby's been training for that for months.
And this is me just talking from the heart here. This is me talking from the heart. There's no guarantee that I'm going to come back alive from Mount Everest.
That's wild.
I just want to take this time to say thank you to every fan, and thank you for AEW for giving me this dream.
I hope he comes out alive.
Next week is my last ever match. I'm going to do what I always do, and that is go out fighting for my life. And as for this tag championship, everybody asks me, oh, why not just keep defending it and find a new partner? Well, let's get serious here, Tony. I can't replace the icon Sting.
Facts. Hey, that's a solid reason. I like how we're actually getting a solid reason.
Wins this, congratulations.
Well, relinquish the title. That's what just happened right there.
Ah, here we go. Jay White. The Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
Relinquishing the AEW World Tag Team Championship. But Bullet Club Gold, Bang Bang Scissor Gang music, and they receive Switchblade Jay White, holding off the gun.
Whoa, boys, someone hold that for me. Look, I'm sorry.
Sick of these Ring of Honor six-man titles.
And interrupt this cute little sob story about being homeless here in Atlanta. It's just that, Darby, you're such an elusive and, to be honest, kind of weird guy. I don't know if I would get the chance to talk to you face to face again, so I had to come out here in Atlanta. Darby, I just want to say
man, we're building up for next week's match.
congratulations on an amazing night at Revolution. See you, Tony. Darby, you showed the world that you would do anything. You showed the world that you would sacrifice yourself to make sure that Sting would retire a champion. Let's give it up for old Stinger, huh?
Hey, you got him, man.
Man, you were ready to risk it all when you jumped off the top of that ladder. If you ask me, that was kind of stupid. You see, our esteemed EVPs, they moved out of the way, and then you, I like this bit, you went crashing down through that glass all by yourself, huh? And then that left poor old Sting all by himself to fight 2-on-1 against the Young Bucks. But luckily,
I thought Jay White's supposed to be a
Sting
babyface.
prevailed. And he had that heartwarming send-off to his career that he just, so deserved. And Darby, you were there by his side to enjoy that moment, or whatever it was. I didn't actually see it. I just hear everybody talking about it because it's all anybody is talking about. But me, between me and you in Atlanta, I don't really care. But, you know what I do care about now, Darby, is that Sting is gone. And Darby, you're all alone. And what is Darby Allin with?
See, what doesn't make sense to me with this,
I think Darby
Jay White's been aligned with the
lost
Acclaimed.
Puppy. Nobody there to feed him treats. Nobody there to clean up.
I do think Jay White's a
Nobody
better
there to
heel, but this is
hold
just
his leash.
random.
And now you have a match with Switchblade Jay White, the catalyst of professional wrestling. And that's what I'm out here for, Darby, to tell you that this doesn't need to happen. We don't need to have this match. Just like you didn't have to jump from the top of that ladder, you don't have to get in the ring with me. And trust me, nobody out the back, nobody here in Atlanta, nobody watching at home, nobody would think any less of you after what you've been through physically, mentally, and emotionally.
I don't think Jay White's wrong.
Because, Darby, remember, if you do decide to get in the ring with me, there's a lot worse things that can happen than just a couple of little scratches. So I have a better idea. I have an idea on how we can preserve our precious Darby right here in Atlanta. Instead of a match, why don't you come back and you can hang with the Bang Bang Scissor Gang? I tell you what, we have a nickname ready for Darby already. You want to hear it, Atlanta? You want to hear it, Dubs? Darby Scissorhands, baby!
Darby Scissorhands!
Scissors on the daily, so why don't you throw up those scissors, come to the back,
part-
and you can scissor old daddy ass, huh? What do you say?
Are you done, Jay White? Are you done?
I'm done.
Ooh, love the
Let's get this right. I'm
intensity.
gonna get right to the point. You main evented the Tokyo Dome twice. You won championships all around the world, and then you came to AEW and did what? Play with cardboard cutouts?
Oh.
I don't believe the hype. We are gonna have this fight next week, and if you are as good as you think you are, you'd come alone.
It's the part that just doesn't make, I don't know, like, I'm excited for this Darby and Jay match, but it is very random. Like, what's the backstory behind it? Jay White right now is doing stuff with the Acclaimed. He's a babyface, but came off as a heel in this promo. Darby looked great, but I don't know. I could understand if there was, like, a stipulation involved. Oh, shit, Bryan Danielson. Are we setting up a Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay feud? Oh, man. This would be a really good match for Dynasty. We got to give Danielson the best of the best. Because I believe he's going to be a part-time performer after the end of this year. Oh, we're ending it off with Danielson and Will Ospreay. That's a great way to end this week's episode. Wow. So we're going to end it off with the face-off. Look at that. Gives me something to look forward to next week. But man, what an episode of AEW Dynamite. They're really starting to pick up momentum, which is just fantastic. As a pro wrestling fan, this is what I've been waiting for. And we finally got some cliffhangers that have me interested in watching what's going to happen next week. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the reactions.